Before I begin this video, I want to say thank you for 2K subscribers. I'll continue to do my best uploading videos and improve the content on the channel. To actually celebrate a milestone on this channel, I want to go back to my roots and talk about Fire Emblem, as I started my channel to make videos about that game in the first place. I really want to thank FEvourite for the video where they talked about fostering a community and passing on the goodness, as that was the final push I received to make me want to start my channel. This video will be a love letter to all my favorite artists in Fire Emblem, as the art is a core part of why I am still sticking with this franchise. Fire Emblem, like most of Project Sekai, has many artists commissioned to draw the plethora of heroes present in the Fire Emblem franchise. There are hundreds of different characters and each artist interprets the same character differently, but in their own way with their own style. One artist may see this character in one way, but another artist may see that character in another. No two artworks for Fire Emblem are the same, and to me, that is the magic of how Fire Emblem handles its art in other media. If you've ever watched my first ever video that was horribly made in iMovie, you will know that I became sick and fell in love with Chimera Kyotaka's Deirdre. I love the serene feel and shading that Chimera Kyotaka used for her, perfectly capturing the essence of her character. They also drew base Julia and went on to continue to draw legendary Deirdre, which was an absolute delight for me. Their art was so magical for me that I really understood how Sigurd felt when he first saw her. My favorite art of theirs, of course, isn't a surprise, as it is legendary Deirdre, because I love the details such as the flower on her dress being a dahlia, which fits her so much. Legendary Deirdre, however, does not love me, as I got 3 mirrors before getting a legendary Deirdre on her debut banner, and on her first rerun I got 1 Saros and 2 Shidas, not getting a single copy of Deirdre. As for cipher cards, unfortunately they haven't drawn any, which is quite sad. However, my Deirdre saga wasn't my first encounter with this gacha game or the Fire Emblem franchise, as in 2017, I actually downloaded the game courtesy of my friend. When I got Nefne all the way back then when she was usable in the Brakelin and Reinhardt meta, she was my favorite just because of her art. The way that Hakan draws colors is so good. It left me and still leaves me speechless every time I see their work. I love so many of Hakan's works that I can't narrow down a favorite, but Ascendant Air is so calming but also refreshing to look at. Their portrayal of legendary Edelgard was also amazing, showing her strength and power while still using their usual color palette of lighter colors. Her scarlet cloak is still really vivid and accurate to her design in 3 houses. Hakan has drawn quite a few cipher cards, and my favorite is this Enna one, not because of my bias or anything. While thinking of my favorite artists, I can't forget about Niji Hayashi, of course. Their Alencia Resplendent is why I bought that Resplendent and further pushing my Toge's bias. The way that they color fascinates me. The details of Ymir's robe are so magical. I love the wreath behind her as well as the birds and butterflies surrounding her, which is really fitting for the goddess of life. The vibrant colors of their work really fit the fact that they were commissioned to draw New Year's Fafnir, as New Year's is filled with color as well. I hope that they get to draw another unit for the upcoming New Year's banner next month. Niji Hayashi has drawn a lot of cipher art, but out of all of them, my favorite has to be this one, illustrating Alphonse and Freya in the background. I really like the expression on Freya's face, matching her personality. The reason why I made this video in the first place was because of Sachi's Winter Cordelia art. I absolutely love Sachi's art style. The apples in Winter Cordelia art may symbolize all of Cordelia's achievements, with them adorned on the Christmas tree, while Selena, who has to bear that legacy, has those apples in the basket. I love all of their works, and the characters that they got to draw are all my favorites, which makes collecting their units even better. Ascended Ferlina, Fallen and Legendary Julia, Sarah, and of course Legendary Nana. There are so many that I can't even choose which one is my favorite. Speaking of Sarah, her 2 cipher cards drawn by Sachi are my favorite, and if Fallen Sarah as Dead Lord Canis happens, I hope that Sachi gets to draw her again to see their improvement. On the topic of units that have the same artist for both of their Fallen alt and their base alt, there's Lilith drawn by Kose Horiguchi. They have a bright anime style that is noticeable by the way that they shade hair. I really like the portrayal of Lilith in her base form, but seeing that be elevated with Fallen Lilith really sealed the deal. The expression and pose of Fallen Lilith is much more dynamic, as they must have had a lot of fun designing and coloring the effects on her art. My favorite part of Fallen Lilith's special art has to be the eyes that appear, giving it a creepy look perfect for a Fallen unit. My favorite cipher card of theirs has to be this Nino one. I love the warm vibes of Nino being with her family, wearing the flower crowns that Rebecca taught her to make. The details are immaculate here, with Jafar hiding in the background, watching them from afar, and Linus being confused on what is this thing he received. It is so funny. It truly shows that Nino really loves this fond family of hers so much that it was one of the most memorable moments for me while I was playing FE7. The GBA games have so many good designs, and those are all courtesy of Wada Sachiko. The colors that they choose are vibrant and always to my liking. My favorite design from them has to be Lin, as the green hair and blue dress reminiscent of the blue sky above the plains of Sekai, which tie into Lin's heritage. FE7 was the first Fire Emblem game I ever played, and seeing Wada Sachiko's legendary Eliwood, Hector, and Lin made me so happy. Unfortunately, I don't have those units at all, as FE7 hates me. I also really like both their renditions of Erika and Fair, with this old graphic of Brave Erika I made that was based on the Getcha envy. While Sachiko's art fits the summer vibe so well with the way that they use colors. As for my favorite cipher card drawn by her, it has to be this one with Erika, Ephraim, and the Demon King in the background. I love how no matter where you look, you will always be drawn to the center, where their weapons gleam. The composition of this piece is just so good. I've already spoken about Deirdre, but what about Nana's first FEH assigned artist? It was Confucius Cocoon's art that drew me to Nana and made me build her in the first place. The fluffy shading gives the characters a soft look, which is perfect for characters like Nana, Faye, and Fallen Ninian. While Fallen Ninian is, well, fallen, she still has the essence of Ninian, but it's been corrupted. I love the details of the snowflakes in her special art, and it's so magical. The improvement that they had is so inspiring. While I may be biased here, my favorite cipher art from them has to be their Tail 2 one, as it is my go-to cipher card whenever I want to use it for journaling, editing, or sending as my profile picture on social media. As the winter season rolls around, I always look forward to the reruns of past banners. That is especially the case for Enkyo Yuichiro's Winter Mirabilis. They are the champion of pastels and soft shading, as no one else does it like them. Her title of Shikapon Vision really matches her art, and Enkyo Yuichiro did such a good job. Some of my other favorites of theirs from FEH are Ninja Hana and Legendary Tiki. Unfortunately, they do not have any cipher works drawn, which is sad as FE Cipher has stopped this run. I am sure everyone has been terrorized by the unit nicknamed as Bacteria. That is by Rikazuzuki. Despite this nickname, she is very pretty and drawn by the one and only Kakage. When my friend used to play FEH, they deeply loved Kakage's art and I followed suit. From Valentian Katria to Resplendent Kagero, there are so many good works from them. Kakage is such a top-tier artist, and the sharp coloring that they use really make the artwork look refined. My favorite FEH art of theirs, as they were commissioned for the Fire Emblem franchise after Cypher ended, definitely has to be Ascended Izun. It makes me so happy to see her happy in the details such as the fruits basket from the goddess which her name is derived from, and the wings and tail of her dragon form showing makes that art immaculate. I am a big FE4 fan, however, how could I forget about Rikazuzuki? Known for their works in FEH such as Legendary Sigurd, Resplendent Eldigan, Uther, and Resplendent Ishtar, the way that they draw and shade is so majestic. Their Nina and Kamui made me so stunned that I couldn't believe that they were 4-star demote. I can't choose my favorite FEH art at all. However, my favorite cipher card has to be this one with Sigurd and Deirdre. I wish I was Sigurd. He looks so kind in this art, reaching out his hand to the lost forest lady. Maybe this is just my bias showing, but you can't deny that this card is amazing. Before this video ends, I want to talk about an underrated artist who only has a few works under the Cypher label. This artist is ZIS, and her 3 artworks are also impressive. Tasukazura, Nina, and Kiria are each drawn delicately with so much detail poured into them. The usage of colors are also fitting. I can feel the magnetic pull of Azura's dance, the sorrow that fills Nina's heart, and the determination of Kiria through her eyes. I am hoping that they get the chance to draw in FEH, as that would make me scream with so much joy. Thank you for watching to the end, I truly appreciate it. Art is such a core part of Fire Emblem and why I enjoy it. The script was held to write, as I haven't written anything about Fire Emblem for quite a while. Despite that, we have a Discord where you can come and discuss. Thank you for watching, and have a good day!